It may be that that's it and this tops out and we're headed back down. All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today I want to do my Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner daily update. We cover Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners quite a bit on this channel, so if that's content that you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, if you enjoy this video, please do us a favor and smash the like button. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Today, I just want to go through the Bitcoin miner big board and then take a look at the price action on Bitcoin, and we'll look at a few Bitcoin miners in specific. So let's start out with the big board. Okay, so you can see the board is very red today. There are a few exceptions. Stronghold Digital is up a couple percent. Iris Energy is up a couple percent. And Mawson is up a couple of percent. So those are the three green on the board today. Other than that, we're red across the board. Most of the miners are quite a bit red, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9%. A couple of the big dogs, Riot and Marathon. Riot's down 6.7%, Marathon's down 7.2%. So across the board, 6 or 7% seems to be the average. Now, again, we're in the middle of the trading day today, so I don't know where we end up. CleanSpark was actually green about 4% earlier in the day, and now it's down about 4%. That's a pretty big swing for one day. So I'll let you guys just take a look at the big board for a second, and you can find your stocks and see how they're doing. By the time you're looking, the day will be over, and you'll probably know where these all finished. All right, so let's go to the Bitcoin chart. This is the Bitcoin chart on the 15-minute time frame, so each one of these candles represents 15 minutes. I did a video yesterday right around here, and we talked a lot about holding this line here at 37,400. There was a region below. You'll see a shaded area. I felt like this region was potentially going to serve as some support if we couldn't hold this line. And you can see it played out a little bit that way. We did break below this line, but we never even really got down to this level. Sometime late last night, we got down to about 36,400. And we've been kind of on the rise ever since. We opened the market today. We opened the equities market just above this line of support. And we have held this line of support all day long. So at the moment, that's actually fairly healthy price action today on Bitcoin based on the fear coming into today after the 3-day weekend. The futures were disastrously low last night. The market is not having a very good day, and it's actually been getting worse and worse and worse all day long. A few of the indexes were actually green at one point during the day. Now they're all pushing down. However, you'll see Bitcoin is holding its own. It's above where it was when it opened. So Bitcoin seems to be doing a little bit of its own thing today, a little bit separate than the equities markets. Now, if we measure from this orange line was where Bitcoin was at the close of the equity markets on Friday. And remember, in the United States, we had a 3-day weekend, so this is the first day of trading since then. Down to where we are right now, Bitcoin itself is down about 5% since the last time the equities traded. So the fact that all these equities are down 5, 6, 7, 8% actually is not bad at all. That's almost 1-to-1 with what Bitcoin did. So I would say the price action, although we have a very red board today, the price action is pretty decent on the Bitcoin miners. And again, there's 3 of them that are green. So if this holds relatively close until the end of the day, this will have been a red day, not a great day, but could have been much worse. And I think a lot of people were expecting much worse. Pretty much every headline across the board has fear, uncertainty, and doubt all about Bitcoin, one article right after the next. So I was expecting a more drastic reaction this morning. So at the moment, if Bitcoin can hold this line at 37,400-ish, this red line right here, I think that would be extremely significant. Again, with the geopolitical pressures going on in the world, I still believe these lower points are potentially on the table in the short term. I am still bullish in the long term. 2022, I think, is going to be a good year for Bitcoin. The last quarter of 2021 and the beginning of 2022 has been tough. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin chart on the daily time frame. So each one of these candles represents one day. So this green line was about 1 month long, and you'll see that this was an upward trending line. We held this line all the way from January 22nd, all the way we broke below it on February 20th. So that was over 4 weeks, nearly 1 month. Both Monday and Tuesday, we've been hovering right around holding this $37,400 line of support. So if this can hold, I'm leaving this green line. I mentioned this in my video yesterday. I'm leaving this green line. I do believe that as soon as we get through some of the geopolitical uncertainty that is surrounding us, it's kind of a gray cloud over our heads right now. But even with that, Bitcoin is actually performing very reasonably today. So I'm going to leave this green line. I believe that at some point in the next 2 to 4 weeks, we will continue this upward trend. So we may even pull further down from here, but I do believe we'll revert back to this trend and continue upward. I've pointed out a few things here. This is the Bitcoin chart on the 1-day time frame again, but I've pointed out something different. I want to show everybody a relationship between the RSI and the last few bull runs that we've had. So this is the RSI on the 1-day time frame. I've drawn a line from here to here. You'll see this entire time frame. This is the day the RSI went above 50, and all the way until the day it went below 50. So that was the run, and you'll see that coincides with this entire run straight up. When we're over 50 and we maintain that, we tend to be in a bull run. So this is one time it happened, and then here again. We crossed 50 right here on this day, and you'll see that corresponds right to the bottom of this run. And we crossed 50 back on this day, and you'll see that corresponds to this spot right here. Those are the two biggest runs we had by far, and both times the Bitcoin RSI on the 1-day time frame went above 50 all the way until the day it went below 50. So we were having one of those runs, and then I think world events kind of put it on pause. So we're having an unnatural pullback, in my opinion. We pulled above 50 right here, which was at the bottom of this candle right here. We bottomed out right here, which was this candle right here. So this is the run that we were having up. Suddenly it just plummeted straight down well below 50 and has stayed under 50 for a few days. So to me, all of this is our Russia-Ukrainian situation, and obviously that's a big deal, and it's having a big impact on all the markets. I think that this broke the natural chain of events. It looked to me like we were forming one of these situations where we were going to have one of these nice runs up. It has been temporarily interrupted, in my opinion. So, that's for you to decide. This is not financial advice. It may be that that's it and this tops out and we're headed back down. I don't think so. I think this was a sudden change in momentum, and we've headed downward very quickly. I do believe when we get a little more certainty on the situation, whether it's good or bad, we all hope for the best, but this uncertainty definitely is pushing all the markets down. So I want to take a look at a couple of the Bitcoin miners in specific. I'm going to start with Bitfarms. So this is the Bitfarms chart on the 1-day time frame. Bitfarms is down about 7.8% right now. It was down as much as 10% earlier today. So this is the third big down day in a row for Bitcoin. Now, all the miners on Thursday and Friday of last week, virtually all the miners had very big down days. So now here we are again, and out of all the miners, Bitfarms is having the worst day. This purple line goes way back to August, which was Bitfarms, basically that was their low on the year. This green line was their September low. And again, Bitcoin is now a little bit under where it was at its September low. We had jumped above, but Bitcoin has very rapidly went from about 44,000 to about 37,000. You'll see Bitfarms is now really, really testing its low points. So in my mind, we're very near a line of support. This is the line of support going all the way back to the lows when Bitcoin was trading at $29,000. These are more realistic lows, and we're already there. So if we just take Bitfarms back to the September lows where Bitcoin was trading at around 40 or 41,000, that would be a 31% increase in the price of Bitfarms. If you look at this day, this was February 10th, and we were well above that line. That was less than 2 weeks ago, so I think this is a super short-term target in my opinion. Again, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. You can see these stocks are extremely volatile. Okay, this traces back to December 3rd. December 3rd was the Bitcoin flash crash. We were trading just under 57,000, and we flash crashed down to around 42,000, settled at around 47,000. Just prior to all that happening, Bitfarms was trading at about $7.27. So if it could get back to that point from where it is today, that would be almost a 130% increase in its price. So I do think this is a very realistic 90-day price target in my mind. Again, I am bullish on Bitcoin. I think this trend is going to reverse, and we're going to jump back into the bull run that we were having for about 4 weeks. So obviously, if that doesn't happen, then Bitfarms won't follow along. So once again, please use your own judgment and see where you think this is going. But from where we're trading right now this minute back to just before the flash crash would be just under 130% price increase. The next one I want to look at is a small one, DigiHost. So I've held a position in DigiHost for quite some time. So I've seen a lot of ups and downs in this, and you can see it's been a very zigzag road. But right now, I'm at the point again where I feel DigiHost is very much oversold. It was somewhere around this point on January 24th, which was when Bitcoin bottomed out in January and then went on a bull run, and you'll see DigiHost was participating in that run, and now we've reversed. You got to go all the way back to July of 2021 and then back to May of 2021 to get to these points, and you can see it has traded at points much higher. Now, this is, remember, all adjusted for their reverse stock split, which they did in order to uplist to the NASDAQ, which should have been a positive catalyst, but you can see we've gone from their all-time high last February, which reverse split adjusted was in the $14 range. We're now down to $2.93. We were just at $6 in December. So this was right before the flash crash. DigiHost was trading over $6. So that's a 100% increase from where it's at right now. At Bitcoin's highs in November, it was trading at $8. So that's about a 180% increase from its price right now. And now again, this was at Bitcoin's high of 69,000. We're nowhere near that right now. But I believe we will test that at some point in 2022. So I think these are all realistic 2022 goals. And to me, the downside risk looks very minimal. I mean, we're basically sitting at and retesting their 52-week low. So yes, they could go lower. Bitcoin could go lower. DigiHost could go lower from here. But I would say the downside risk, already basically being at our 52-week low, is a lot less than the upside potential. So again, from a risk-reward standpoint, I like this trade. I have to reiterate, this is not financial advice, and this is another very volatile stock, and it's a very small cap company, so please use your best judgment. So we'll see what happens. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.